CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Los Angeles Rams. On the Texans sideline, head coach DeMeco Ryans. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side for the Rams, it's Sean McVay. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And there's no doubt about the talent that we see from CJ Stroud. We've watched it develop in his first 2 years in the league. But the best way quarterbacks are graded is winning. He's out there trying to win his third division championship in as many years.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Stroud sets up the play action. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Stroud looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Mathew Stafford.
Truly one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league, is willing to do whatever it takes to win and plays through a lot of adversity and continues to do it at a high level in his high 30s. Trying to make another run to the Super Bowl here in his 17th season.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Now 2nd and 9. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He gets this to Davante Adams. Now he's loose at the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Out of the gun, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, here's Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And his kick is indeed good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down, Houston.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. A solid stiff arm. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins from 10 yards out. And the Texans are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead.
When you're a great route runner, It makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. From the 29, here's 2nd down at 7. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Will Anderson in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Smith to return it. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Stroud off the play fake. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll field this at the 5. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action. Stafford. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically picking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. Now he's free at the 35. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Stafford. This is caught. And the Rams are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Stafford now to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Stafford looks to throw again. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Davante Adams, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Rams are back within a score. Point after try forthcoming. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And he returns this to the 22.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Cameron Curl up to make the tackle.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Out comes Davante Adams and the offense for their next drive. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
3rd and 12.
Back to throw. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
81 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Stroud to throw it. This one left side caught by Collins.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Play action. Stroud now.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down. It's Mixon on the counter.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Byron Young there on the stop.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Mixing up the middle. Fights free at the 5.
And the Texans are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Mixon. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A handoff to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon
with career touchdown number 75.
And the Texans are able to stretch out their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. A nice little juke.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They begin the drive with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua.
And they're going to mark him down short
maybe by about a yard, if that. Another catch for him there, and the numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good for the Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. And the ball is knocked out. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Stafford. And he fires one, but incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Ethan Evans on now to punt.
For the Rams.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. Second down and 6 now.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Mixon running right. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Stroud working out of the gun. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Stafford.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Pass complete there to Nacua.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards already.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again is Stafford. And he's got it. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Puka Nacua in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they could potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. Loose inside the 30. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown, but he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Stafford. And it's caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now for the point after. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
2 yards on the play. And the Texans first down.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Brought down on the play by Kobe Turner.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Stroud looking to throw. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Mathew Stafford. And the Rams add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Texans 21.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Houston set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
again. It's Mixon. Runs through the contact. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 153 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's a give to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Down right around the 25. The Texans on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 3rd and goal, Stroud. This is caught. Touchdown! Harrison Bryant from 6 yards away. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. They juked him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Got his man, Dell, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. In motion right, that's Dell. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Houston.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the fourth quarter driver's seat, still up 3. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Play.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
First and 10 at
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Williams running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kyren Williams, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams will add to their 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So Stroud and the Texans down by 10. 1:39 to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Caught left side, here's Dell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Stroud to throw it. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And he's brought down. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. One final shot for CJ Stroud. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Los Angeles, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
CBS Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.